Honestly, I'm so happy to be here to share my knowledge with all of you, and I know it's going to be a great time. Okay, so over the time, I've been able to have some form of mastery over LinkedIn, which is one of the world's biggest social media apps. And that's what I want to teach you today. And I want to teach you personal branding hacks, different things that will literally bolster you as a worker. You know, sometimes a lot of people don't understand the importance of personal branding when it comes to the corporate setting. But today I want to really show you all of that, how you can set your LinkedIn page up right from scratch, no matter if you're a beginner. I think somebody just even downloaded the LinkedIn app, right? So if you're a beginner, I'm going to show you how to do everything. And it's going to be great. I've been doing this for so long, even though I've not been on LinkedIn for even a year. But I've been doing this for so long, I've taught over 250 personal individuals on LinkedIn, not stock of in groups. In groups I've done it so many times to different groups of people from South Africa, in Kenya, in Nigeria, and of course in Ghana. So that's what today is all going to be about, and I'm really happy to do this. Okay, so can you give me a clap? Alright, so let's start. For today, first of all, I'm going to speak a little about personal branding, what it is, just the general stuff about it. Then I'm going to show you LinkedIn profile optimization. This is so key if you're a person who wants to reflect your business goals, or you're somebody who wants to build your personal brand. You need to first learn how to properly optimize your profile. So I'm going to show you everything about that. Usually, I actually have an ebook on that. However, that ebook doesn't have everything about profile optimization, but there are certain secrets that are there about profile optimization that I can literally help you with. Okay, so it's going to help you with what I've been doing for so long. Number 3, I'm going to show you LinkedIn growth strategies. Now, for everybody out there, in as much as the numbers don't really matter, I don't think 11,000 followers matters. It doesn't really matter, right? It doesn't really matter. The numbers don't matter. What really matters is that the reason why you need followers is that sometimes you need eyeballs on your products. That's why people purchase advertisements and all of that. They're trying to get the traffic. You need eyeballs on your products. You need eyeballs on your personal brand. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you how you can grow your LinkedIn account literally. You know, these are real secrets that have changed people's lives. I've been able to get people who have been able to get jobs in South Africa and all of that, or people who have been able to get so many gigs and several things. So I've been able to do that. So the agenda for today, first of all, I'm going to speak a little about personal branding, what it is, just the general stuff about it. Then I'm going to show you LinkedIn profile optimization. This is so key if you're a person who wants to reflect your business goals, or you're somebody who wants to build your personal brand. You need to first learn how to properly optimize your profile. So I'm going to show you everything about that. I actually have an ebook on that. However, that ebook doesn't have everything about profile optimization, but there are certain secrets that are there about profile optimization that I can literally help you with. Okay, so it's going to help you with what I've been doing this for so long. Number 3, I'm going to show you LinkedIn growth strategies. Now, for everybody out there, in as much as the numbers don't really matter, I don't think 11,000 followers matters. It doesn't really matter, right? It doesn't really matter. The numbers don't matter. What really matters is that the reason why you need followers is that sometimes you need eyeballs on your products. That's why people purchase advertisements and all of that. They're trying to get the traffic. You need eyeballs on your products. You need eyeballs on your personal brand. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you how you can grow your LinkedIn account literally. You know, these are real secrets that have changed people's lives. I've been able to get people who have been able to get jobs in South Africa and all of that, or people who have been able to get so many gigs and several things. So I've been able to do that with the LinkedIn growth strategies. Now, before I'm going to expose you to a little bit of the algorithm, not so much. I'm just going to show you a little bit about the algorithm. Number 5, I'm going to show you marketing, content marketing, something called content marketing. Number 6, lead generation. Then I said again, personal branding is about 2 entities. It's about yourself, and it's about others. Okay. It's about yourself, then it's about others. Now, even though it's personal, when you're talking about personal branding, others are included in the equation. Okay. Now, what I mean by that is that from the definition, I said it is projecting your genuine self to create a specific desired impression in the minds of others. Now, believe it or not, everybody here has a personal brand already. you already have it. A personal brand is almost like your reputation. So you may not have built your reputation, but it's there. Your reputation is there. No matter what you think, people already have a perception of you. That's what personal branding can do for you. But then what personal branding is really about is that it's about intentionally creating that perception that you want. How you do. So it's like you're creating that perception that you want. But then you're not just creating a false image. You want to create something that is genuine to you. You don't want to create lies. So that's why so many people on Instagram, those other type of models, they are trying to project something. They don't have a car, but they may start from somebody's car and do like they have a car. That's a false personal brand, right? You want to project something that is genuine. This is really the foundation of everything that we're going to do with today. So that's what personal branding is about. So now, the first part about personal branding is authenticity. So authenticity is like the bedrock. I call authenticity the bedrock of personal branding. You can write it down. Authenticity is the bedrock of personal branding. Authenticity is the bedrock of personal branding. So the goal of personal branding is really to, as I said, is to create a specific desired impression in the minds of others. So then what we do with personal brands is that even before social media, personal brands existed. As I already said, everybody here has a personal brand. But what you do is that you leverage on the system social media has to build the personal brand, because social media is a platform of users, it's a platform of people. So, as I said, personal brand is about two equations, it's about people and it's about yourself and others. So now, since social media provides you with the system, or it provides you with a platform for people, you can now come on there and say, okay, now I want to create a specific perception or a specific impression of myself that I really desire in the minds of people using their system. That's all it is about. So it's not like if you don't use social media, you don't have a personal brand. No, you can even build a personal brand off social media. Very, very possible. That's why there are some other, like those other CEOs and other things who own some of the world's biggest companies. They are not on social media, but they have a personal brand. When they go into a place and they just start there and they open a shop or something, people can give way for them. Everybody knows them in the place in real life, but they are just not on social media. You get it? But today I'm just going to show you how you can build a personal brand, just leveraging on the system or the platform that social media has given us.
This LinkedIn, is it a social media or is it a business network? I'm confused.
So today I'm going to show you how you are going to literally use a social media app called LinkedIn. Let me say LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
Say LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
Link. So you see the two words. They are linking in. That's what it's really about. So he asked a very good question. Is LinkedIn a social media app or is for business networking? So LinkedIn is a social media app. It's a social media app. That's what it really is about. A lot of people think because of the nature of LinkedIn is not a social media. It's a social media app. Just that the vision of LinkedIn is much different from all the other social media apps. The vision of LinkedIn is much different from all the other social media apps. So the vision of LinkedIn is literally to be able to promote business, help people to build personal brands, corporate personal brands as well, and help people to build genuine connections with people in power to promote things for themselves, right? So people also leverage LinkedIn for jobs and all that, but I don't think that's what this is what today is all about. Today is really about building a personal brand for your corporation. So if you work at Japan Motors, you work at Silver Star Towers, wherever you work, it's about promoting yourself, it's about promoting the brand. That's what today is about, okay? LinkedIn. So what is LinkedIn? So LinkedIn was created in the year 2002, okay? It was created in the year 2002. Now, the purpose for which LinkedIn was created was to be able to mainly at the core of it, was to be able to get people to create business connections. That was it. Okay. Then later, the guy who formed LinkedIn, all of a sudden, I know his name has just escaped me, I'll mention his name. He then created LinkedIn. He actually used to be a board member for what's the name of that company again? I've forgotten the company. But when I remember, I'll let you know. Okay. So when he created LinkedIn for business connections and all of that, what he wanted to do after that was that LinkedIn evolved. So he bought other parts where people could get jobs and all of that. But that's So LinkedIn kept evolving and evolving and evolving, and LinkedIn became one of the world's greatest apps today, and is now owned by Microsoft. Okay, so that's what LinkedIn is about generally. But one of the things that makes LinkedIn better than all the other social media apps is that LinkedIn is directly indexed in the Google algorithm. What that means is that once you create a LinkedIn account, you're able to build a personal brand there. When people type something, is that right? When people type something, what's the same? Hit me over again. You shall. Okay. When people type something, you shall. It's going to really project something from your LinkedIn page first of all. So right now, if you type my name, my website is not ready yet. But right now, if you type my name, the very first thing I'll count is my LinkedIn profile. Very first thing, because they've optimized LinkedIn in a certain way that the SEO of LinkedIn is really directly indexed within Google. So now, once you decide to build on LinkedIn, your name starts popping up on top of searches on Google. So that's one thing LinkedIn can do for you. So LinkedIn is that business network. LinkedIn is where you can connect with CEOs. You can literally build all those real relationships. And that's what LinkedIn is about. So let me tell you about my story. So I've not been on LinkedIn for 1 year yet. Can you imagine? Lucas, can you imagine? Don't text your boyfriend. Today's our work. Okay, so I haven't been on LinkedIn for 1 year yet. Now, I went for a program at Holiday Inn Hotel. Then I heard somebody talk about LinkedIn. His name was Joseph Ebenezer. He actually works at Deloitte Ghana. He's their growth office leader and the head of marketing and business development. And he was talking about LinkedIn. It was a very small conference with a group of leaders because I used to be the president of the Central University Business School Association. That is like the largest tertiary private business school in Ghana. Okay. So I used to be the president of that association. That was like over 1,000 students and in 2 different campuses. So that was so much work. So I got the opportunity to go to certain small gatherings that were exclusive for certain leaders, right? That's when he spoke about LinkedIn. He spoke about the power of LinkedIn, how it transformed his business, how it helped him with business development, how it helped him to build a personal brand for himself, to the extent where he was able to get opportunities to travel for not only himself, but he also got chances to improve and promote his brand as a Deloitte, the corporate brand that he works for. And then he asked everybody in the room, who is on LinkedIn? Everybody raised up their hand. And I was the only one who was there. Like, hey, I'm so lost. What's happening here? What's LinkedIn all about? So I decided that, after I decided that I was going to talk to everybody and just find out what LinkedIn was about to each and every one. So I asked somebody said, LinkedIn, use LinkedIn to get jobs. That's what somebody told me. I asked another person, they said, use LinkedIn to get jobs. I was like, So why is that all these people, some of them are working, some of them are very established people, why are they on LinkedIn if it's only a platform for jobs? Because they already have a job. That means LinkedIn is not only for jobs. But those people just didn't understand what LinkedIn was really about. LinkedIn is about creating business connections. It's about creating genuine connections with other people. Because let me tell you something. In this life, relationship is a currency. Money is not the only currency in this world. Relationship is also a currency. Your personal brand is a currency. Knowledge is a currency. Now, what is a currency? A currency is anything that can be exchanged. So, for example, right now, some of you can go to what would I even say? Imagine if right now Nana Akufo-Addo entered this building. The reception for Nana Akufo-Addo is going to be different. Not because Nana Akufo-Addo came and brought you $1 million in front of you, but because of his personal brand, the kind of reputation he had in the minds of all of us. Are you with me? So that's what a personal brand is. So a personal brand can literally buy your way into things. That's why relationship can also buy your way into things. So relationship is a currency, your personal brand is also a currency. Knowledge is a currency as well. So I don't want to get into all of that. That will make me lean onto my personal development side. But today's about personal branding. Okay, so now that you have an understanding of what LinkedIn, so LinkedIn is a social media app. So it's like Instagram, it's like TikTok, whatever, but just that it's focused. It's much more geared towards corporate things. It's much more geared towards you promoting yourself, you showing yourself in a formal way. Let me use the word formal. So it's about promoting yourself in the formal way rather than the casual way, okay? So that's what LinkedIn is really about. Alright, so now that we know what LinkedIn is about, now let's move to LinkedIn profile optimization. Now the reason why I want to talk about profile optimization is that it's the very first thing you do when you come on LinkedIn. When you come on LinkedIn, the first thing you do is not to try and figure out how it works. Just try it. Start off and start optimizing your profile. Profile audit and optimization. So any of you that are here, can you take a screenshot of your LinkedIn page for me? Right? If that's possible, can you take a screenshot of your LinkedIn page for me? A screenshot of your LinkedIn, your profile page. Okay, so if you don't know how to do it, let me show you how to do it. So when you open LinkedIn, your home page, now just like Instagram or any other social media app, LinkedIn to must reveal who you are. Like the social media, people have to see who you are definitely. So when you're talking about building a personal brand, it's personal. So first of all, you have to even show who you are. People have to know you. That's how you get it. Okay. So first of all, your profile picture. You really need a profile picture. That's the first thing you need in profile optimization. The very first thing you need. Now, a lot of people take profile pictures wrongly, right? They think it's like WhatsApp and everything. So you can put your car there, and you can put the flyer there, or you can put your logo there. No, don't do any of that. Don't do any of that. What you need to do is that you need to take a picture, right? You can literally stand at the whiteboard and take one. That's how I started my LinkedIn profile. When I didn't have any picture, I just stood as someone. I said, and the person took a picture of me, and I used it as a LinkedIn profile picture. But what you have to know is that you have to use a picture that is from your chest up. Okay, kindly write this down as you forget this. You have to take a picture from your chest up. Something that just reveals your face, so people can see who you are. Okay. If you can see this, you can see that my profile picture is like a chest up picture. You can see it. Right. This is my page. You can see it's from my chest up, right? Or even like just showing my face, so you can see who I am. So that's why now when I walk to certain places, people come and say hello because they can see who I am. So when I'm building my personal brand, my face is now my selling point for me. Now another thing you need to do with profile optimization is to get your banner picture. Everybody say banner picture, LinkedIn banner.
Banner picture.
So once you get on LinkedIn, the first thing you do is your profile picture. Then after you move to your banner picture. Okay, you just move to your banner picture. Now once you're done with your banner picture, but because we are a business over here, what I want you to do is that Felix, kindly design a banner that is going to sell Silver Star Towers, right? So make it interesting. Make sure it has the dimensions. I'll give you the dimensions for your LinkedIn banner. Make sure it has the dimensions. Then you create it, and everybody over here, whether you work for Japan Motors, maybe tell your designers to do one, so that everybody in your company just has a LinkedIn banner picture that sells all of you. So when you start growing, I'm going to teach you how to do it. So when you start growing, when people come on your page, they see Japan, see Silver Star. That's the way to really promote your brand, right? It's one of the easiest ways about profile optimization. Now, profile optimization literally sells you. That's the whole thing. So it reviews your business goals or reviews whatever your goals are. Now, from this, you move to this section called the headline. You can write this down. Please write this down. Because if you don't write it down, you literally forget the headline section. The headline section. Now, I mean, if you're a new person, you see, if you want to fill all these parts, you see pencils at these parts of the page, right? Or if you can, you just tap more, or you see open section or something, and then you fill all these things, and you'll be done. That's what you are doing. So your headline page. Now, your headline page can really sell your company, or you can sell whatever you're selling. I know. So what I said, your headline page or your headline portion can sell you or your company, or you can sell whatever you're selling. Literally anything you're selling. So the thing is that a lot of people just use their headline pages just for their titles. But then you can give people so much information, like right on the chat, but this is usually the first thing people see apart from the profile picture. They see this thing, this is the first thing they see before they read any other portion of the page. So why don't you use this to sell something for yourself? Because it works. Okay, so for me, what I do is that I help personal brands to expand and monetize on LinkedIn. Okay, so I help you to make money, I help you to expand whatever you're doing on LinkedIn. Now for me, I had to write that down. I help personal brands expand and monetize on LinkedIn. DMLAP. Now I call this a CTA or an easy CTA. Now, how many of you have heard of CTAs before? A CTA. Okay, now you can write it as CTA is a call to action. It's a call to action. Call to action. Now we need call to action, and I'll show that in further slides why we need call to actions. Now call to actions are literally things that trigger human beings. Now I want you to understand that human beings operate on distraction. your brain depends on information to function. So until you are given an instruction to do certain things, you can never do that. So for example, for all of us here who work here, we have functions or we have information given to us that, okay, this and this is your role at this company. So this is what you are supposed to do. So then your brain now takes the information, processes it, and uses it as the instruction to help you. So your brain literally processes the information and then helps you to make any actions in relation to the information your company has given you. So your brain depends on information to move. So why don't we use this portion of our LinkedIn page, the headline page, which everybody uses, to sell our company or sell whatever we are doing. Okay. So now I call this as an easy CTA. Now after you're done, you can just use a command and say DM LAP or DM real estate or DM RS, anything. Now why am I saying that? Because as I said, human beings depend on information. So on instruction, your brain depends on instruction. So if I give you a distraction that, okay, you want this service, DM me for it or call me for this. When you need my service, you will do what? You call or you send me a text. So that's what I've done. But I made it in a way that you don't need to type. You know, some people, when they want to text you for your services, some people don't even know what to type. Like they say, they don't even know, please, I want to inquire. No, I don't want to inquire. I want to find out how much. Sometimes people don't know what to type. So why don't you make it easier for them and just give them something to type? So for me, LAP, this thing, it stands for LinkedIn Accelerator Program. So when people send me this message, I know it's business automatically. Nobody needs to tell me that. So I don't even waste my time on some other messages that don't come out of business. Or maybe it depends on whether maybe you want to build a genuine relationship or something. But when I see this message, I know it's business and I reply fast. One second, I'll be there. Are you? So
what does DM and LAP stand for?
Yeah, so DM is direct message and LAP is my program. It's called the LinkedIn Accelerator Program. So I was trying to say, so if you missed this, I was trying to say that once anybody opens your LinkedIn page, apart from your profile picture and the banner that you see, the very first thing or the information related thing that you're going to see is your headline. Okay, your headline page. So why don't you use your headline, because it's the first thing you see, to sell yourself or sell your business or whatever you do. That's one way. People don't use it, because people just use this to write their titles. Me, when I joined, I just wrote president of the baby and I put it there. I'm sure everybody here has done their LinkedIn page. What was there for you? Or you not written anything? Nothing. Video.
Just changed my mind.
Just changed my mind. But what was that?
It was found out.
Found out. And I mean, that's good. But then you are optimizing. Optimizer is literally trying to harness or maximize your profile. So you are going to use, so you can say, yeah, real estate company. You say, I don't know, I help whatever you want to write. I'll show you later. And then you can put that down and add an easy CTA. So I've already told you what an CTA is, call to action. Now I've called it easy CTA because now I've made it easy for you to send me a message. That lets me know that, okay, it's business. So maybe for you guys, it can be SS, Silver Star, SST, DM SST, Silver Star Towers. Now anybody who wants a house or anything, they come to you and say SST. It works, right? Right?
Now, for our company, we do a lot of WhatsApp.
Okay.
So WhatsApp also you can do your picture and your tagline.
Yes.
And we always have a corporate phone and a personal phone. So most people in Ghana for personal phone, they say Jesus is not God. You know, they put a lot of religion.
Yeah.
But for corporate, you put your company names and your tagline, like Silver Star Tower, where business is.
Exactly.
Silver Star Tower, your home is. Can you create two different profiles, a corporate profile and a personal profile?
Wow, that's a great question.
Sorry, because that's what we do on WhatsApp.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Different. Because the other thing, you see a lot of my managers have two phones. One phone is exclusively, when he goes on his vacation, that phone goes to somebody else because he needs to relax.
Yeah. I do have two phones too as well.
Yeah.
Now I agree. Now, the thing is that LinkedIn is a platform full of business people. So if you want to promote your business or you want to promote anything about you, don't waste your time trying to do. It depends on your goals. First of all, I would say that it depends on your goals. So now that I've told you about LinkedIn, try and define what your goals are. Okay. So for me, my goal was to build my personal brand because I wanted to be a public speaker. I wanted to be able to teach people knowledge and help people and impact people through whatever knowledge that I had. So that was one way that I wanted to do. I wanted to build a personal brand. So that was my goal. So for you, you have to define your goal. So maybe your goal is to help your business, right? But over time, your goals can change. Right now, my goal is also to help my business or to help the company that I work with. That is On Point Africa. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why I do my things. And this is a subsidiary project of On Point Africa. So that's why this is on my partner profile. Okay, so my goals change over time, even though it still has some of my personal things over there. So what I can say is that it depends on your goals first of all. But then since it's a platform full of business people, I think you should create a LinkedIn profile that reviews your business or reviews anything that you're doing, especially instead of creating two profiles. And LinkedIn won't really allow you to create two profiles because you think you're impersonating yourself. For example, I think before I created my LinkedIn profile, it got to a time, I think my first email wasn't working. So I used another email. And then it told me that, oh, there's already a profile like this. And then it blocked this account, it blocked my other account. And I couldn't join LinkedIn. So it made me submit my ID card. And I had to verify plenty of things. And it took almost 3 weeks, 21 days before I could get an account. Yeah, so you have only one chance to make one account. So you have to make a count and try to do anything. But you already have WhatsApp and all of that for personal stuff. So why don't you?
So because also all the senior employees, they also have a corporate email.
Yes.
So I thought the corporate email, it's like two phones.
Yeah.
You can create, one is corporate email, everybody has a corporate email and they have their own personal email.
That's true.
So LinkedIn will not allow you to
You can do that, but then later if they find out you think you're impersonating yourself and it's going to be a whole lot of trouble.
Okay, there's an algorithm trying to stop you from doing that. So your advice is create one profile, and that profile can talk about you personally and about the company.
Yes, exactly. So you can double. So sometimes there are times where I made posts on not really my personal life, but something that's a bit personal and off that casual spectrum.
Okay, related to this, can we have two emails, one profile, two emails? Like if you want to talk to me corporate, you use my corporate email. If you want to talk to me on something else, you go on the other one.
It
allows you.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that.
Okay, so please be specific. Don't be confused.
Yeah. Alright, so anyway, kindly scroll up. So okay, I'll give you the truth.
Mine is wrong. It says I'm in Canada when I'm in Ghana. That's what my profile says.
Okay, so kindly do the same of. Okay, now the about section. Now the about section is like a fuller version of your headline. Okay, it's like a fuller version of your headline page. Now the thing about the about section is that if your headline can be able to pique the interest of your audience or anybody who comes to view your profile enough, then you are going to read your about section. So that's why your headline is so important, especially to anybody who already has considered trying to purchase your services or patronize your services before. Now for me, as I said, my goal was to build a personal brand. So this is not selling myself. But your about section, first of all, because you're all building personal brands first of all, you have to let people know who you are first. Okay, this is one thing about the about section. Let people know who you are first before you move on to talking about your business or anything, because people want to get connected to you. People love the human connection. If you are just trying to just sell off outright, people are not going to mind you. Like you come off so salesy, so spammy, so Charlie, money. It's not, you don't do things like that, especially if you want to win on social media. Okay. So then you can scroll. Okay, you can go to the end. Alright, so there I have my email there. Okay, so you can put any email there, you can say, okay, text me on this, text me on that. So your about section can literally review anything that you want. So you can literally direct people to text you on this email or anything. So just let your about section, do not let it be small when you're writing about yourself. Even if you don't have anything, try and write about yourself. Some of you have lived more than 20 years on this earth. You're trying to say all the 20 years, don't know anything about yourself. Oh, how? Come on. You can write something about yourself. For me, it took me so long to write this. Maybe 2 days. So take enough time and write what is there. So from just writing this alone, I've been able, it was just last year in May that I started projecting myself as a public speaker. Now, just from this alone, I'll be able to speak on over 25 stages. And I'm not 1 year public speaking yet, right? So this was able to sell me in a different manner. So you can use this to sell yourself. You get it? So your profile optimization should be a hybrid. It should be an amalgamation, first of all, of who you are and what to sell. Okay, so you can write this down. Your profile optimization should be a hybrid thing, an amalgamation of who you are and what to sell. Profiles, all the parts I'm talking to you about, you're going to have an all-star profile. Now, when you have that, your visibility automatically shoots up. Okay, your visibility is going to shoot up. Now, please go to add sections on your page. Add sections right on your page. You see everything where you need to fix your about section, your career part, everything, like literally. Okay, so you can see that. On this page, the feature profile section is what that is. We're not profile optimization. So after this, you should be able to like have a nice landing page. Remember everything that I've told you about section. You should write something about yourself. Space it out. Okay, space it out. Let it be easy for people to read. Okay, so let's go back to the page again. Who here has heard of linking creator mode? Anybody? Do you have the creator mode?
I'm not.
Yeah. Great, you have the creator mode on. Great. Alright, so let me teach you how to do that. Now, what the creator mode does is that it sends information to the algorithm that you are ready to take LinkedIn seriously, you are ready to take LinkedIn to the next level. That's what it means. So now, once you switch the button for the LinkedIn creator mode on, all of a sudden, your algorithm now starts promoting certain things. You see that actually research shows that your content or whatever you post on LinkedIn will get 30% more reach automatically. Now, there are several things about the LinkedIn creator mode. Now, kindly go to your page. Okay, so now let's go back to our show. No, just here. Now, when you go to your page, and you see resources. Now, when you go to resources, go to show all 5 resources. Now, use the creator mode. Just you see creator mode there. So now it's going to be off. Can you change it up? Did you use creator mode?
Yeah, it's creator.
Okay, yes. Good. Alright, so you see over here, you can switch off the screen mode. Alright? So with creator mode is they are telling you LinkedIn that you are ready to be a content creator, ready to start posting on LinkedIn seriously. Now, I don't talk too much about that yet, but I'll go there. But I want you to know something, that content is the engine of your personal brand. I've already spoken to all of you about personal brand. Now, if you want to be able to run your content or run your personal brand on social media, leveraging on the system that social media gives you, you need to start posting content on LinkedIn, right? Posting content on LinkedIn, it doesn't require so much, maybe like Instagram, where you need to have your edges done and your eyelashes and all of that. No. Okay, so you can literally turn it off, but you can always turn it off. So what happens is that I think when I saw Gloria's page, I saw that Gloria's page, she had 500 plus connections written at the top of the profile instead of the followers show. But once you use the creator mode, or when you switch it on, all of a sudden you realize that your number of followers will now appear on top of your page. Now on LinkedIn, 500 plus connections is the benchmark. So for anybody here who's not on 500 plus connections, I'll have to help you out to go to 500 plus connections, because at least it shows people that at least you have a considerable amount of network. And when people see that at least a considerable amount of people are following you, then it just creates that perception that, oh, Adelaide, people know her, so it's worth getting to know you. Okay? Yeah. Alright, so that's what that's about. Now you can add profile topics. Do you have topics there? So please add it. So what it does is that it tells people what you're talking about. If you can go to my page, or I think video 2 that's happened. Alright, so you can see, as I said, the creator mode tells LinkedIn that you're ready to be a content creator. Now it talks about LinkedIn growth, public speaking, personal branding, business strategies, and personal development. That's what I talk about. So your content creator mode lets people already know what you're about, like the things that you're going to post about. So when somebody looks at my page, you know that well, he's talking about LinkedIn growth, public speaking, And I think Viglo has one. I think Viglo does. I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, he does. So he has finance, real estate, entrepreneurship, and personal development. Okay, so maybe for you, Gloria, give me one other thing that you like. Apart from cars, project management, okay. Any other thing? Give me more. Give me 5. Teamworking. Consulting. Okay. Now you can put that there. Consulting, hashtag consulting, all of that. So anything that you do, you can put it there, right? So one thing you can do is your creator mode. For other people, I think it's a great thing. Okay. When you switch on the creator mode, you have the opportunity to upload a 30-second profile video of yourself on your profile. So now, just like the profile picture is really the first thing you will see. But when somebody comes to a profile and you click it, it's going to show a video instead. You can still see the profile picture, but you see the profile picture, but you see the video. Okay. So I don't think that feature of uploading the thing is on the laptop. So I'm going to show you how to do this. Then all you need to do is that if you can see my page, right? So look, you see there's a plus. There's a plus beside. You can see a plus. Now we look at this. Right? Yeah. So you see a plus. Please take your phone if you can see if you switch on your creator mode. You can see that they've written add profile video. Okay. So now you can add a profile video for yourself. You can just take your phone and say, hello, my name is Gloria. I'm selling Japan water, I'm selling Nissan, whatever you want to say, right? You can literally do that. Okay. So this is one of the powerful things about LinkedIn in the creator mode, especially once you have a business. Now, how to succeed in using the 30-second video clip? Okay. One more time. Smile. Now, for you smile. Oh, for me, I'll come and say, hi, my name is Kwesi, Folson, I'm a registered entrepreneur. Okay. So you can just come and say, hi, I'm Gloria, I'm a sales consultant at Japan Motors. That is it. Number 3 thing you need to do is expose the pain points. Say pain points. Pain points. Now, don't ask a question. Be outright. So you see, a lot of times when you go to advert, when you see advert, you say, are you, for example, are you tired of? No, don't ask a question. Just say, are you tired of renting? Are you tired of renting? No, don't ask a question. Come there and be outright. Instead of saying, do you need a new car? No, say, you need a new car. It's true. Are you with me? So it's like, it's outright. It's telling you something. And then you move on from this. That's the pain point. You need a new car if your car is not working. Just put it that way. Or something. And then you continue from that. But it has to expose the pain points. So let's say, for me, I'm a public speaker. I'll say, you are struggling with public speaking and I want to help you with it. Okay? The pain point. The pain point. So you have to hit the point, the pain point. So you've been struggling to buy houses and I want to help you with that. Number 3 or number 4 thing, the final thing. Oh, I should have added one more thing, the CTA, but that's going to be the last thing. So DM me for this, but you have to squeeze it all in 10 seconds. So plan what you're going to say. If you can write a short script, it's just 10 seconds. Okay, so add a number of stats. I'll say my name. Hi, I'm Kwesi Folson, I'm a public speaking coach. You are tired, you struggle with public speaking, and I want to help you with that. Do you know that the fear of public speaking is feared more than the fear of death? Or is the fear of public speaking is rated above the fear of death? You'll be like, whoa, I didn't know that the people have the fear of public speaking more than the fear of death. That's my start. So I'll be willing to help you. Please DM me. Clients. Confirm. Say confirm. Now this is confirm. Say confirm. Now LinkedIn growth strategies. Say LinkedIn growth strategies.
LinkedIn growth strategies.
As I said, I've not been on LinkedIn for 1 year. I have over 11,000 followers and counting, and I can produce 1,000 followers in the next 20 days if I want. She wanted to master LinkedIn. So I remember we had our class. It was a math class, it was online. She's from Nigeria. Right now I have a lot of Nigerians really patronize my services a lot. She had 209 followers and she had been on LinkedIn for so long. She had been on LinkedIn. She has been on LinkedIn for so long, and she has already done this thing. I think she did this right when we were on the call. And this girl, I remember this day. It was on a Thursday. This one we had. It was a Thursday. So Monday afternoon, I checked her page. This was her. How many days? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 5 days. Let me even put it, because we had this class in the night and we closed like 10 something. So let's say Friday. So 4 days, literally. She grew from 200 to what? Oh, can we see this? Say the number you see.
617.
So today, I want to show you how to grow followers, right? Now, followers, Charlie, to be honest, followers don't really matter. Like, they are just numbers. They're just really numbers. However, when you want to be able to build your personal brand, think about this. Everybody there that you really hold in high esteem, none of them has plenty followers on social media. Most of them who have like a strong personal brand. If you want to build a personal brand online, at least your followership should come up a bit. But when you're talking about it in the business context, you need eyeballs for your product that you sell. Let's say you have a bag of coffees. If there are small people in the room, you have like 2 people in the room. Possibly if you don't have enough money, they cannot even buy your thing. But if you have so many people, you can sell to so many people at the same time. It's always better to sell to so many people at the same time. That's what followers gives you. It gives you that laxity. So for me, for instance, if I want to, let's say, the other time I decided to start a community. And the community was really targeted 40 people. I made a post, because I have so many followers, over 300 people joined the group. Now I was stuck and I didn't know what to do. So I had to now get people to help me join my team. That's the power of followership. Now people can see my things. If for example, I switched up community, I want to sell, for example, when I started selling my ebook, I had one ebook. The first time I started selling, it didn't work out for me. That's the story for another day. I think I shared that briefly. Yeah, it didn't work out for me. But after some time, I was able to do that. But one way that I was able to sell my ebook was that I was starting growing my followers. When I started growing my followers, I started having more people asking me about my ebook. And I was able to sell my ebook and make some small money so I can go and buy Kwesi at my area. Alright, so that's it. So next slide, sorry. Alright, so this is me. This is my first page. So this is what you're talking about. Now, I was still a student. Luckily, I had a picture of me with the mic in order to present myself as a public speaker. So I just put myself there. And then I was there. In the middle there, with people. So you see me as a leader. Now, this is how I leave optimize my profile. But I'm showing all of you guys the tricks right from the jump. So all of you that have not even built a public here, your LinkedIn page, you're so lucky. I wish I was in your shoes. So President of Central University Business School Association. This is the only thing I had. I didn't have to have creator mode, nothing. I didn't do anything. Literally doing everything. Now this is me, 205 connections. And then I remember this day. This was the day that I really found the hack. That's why I took a screenshot of it, because I knew that one day to be a testimony. That day I was reading, and I don't know, some I just started figuring things out. Like I spent one day and then the night I found stuff that would truly work for me. So I decided to take the screenshot. I was like, nah, this would work. And then I took it. 205 connections. Within a period of 8 to 9 months. This is me. Oh, look at right. So everything today, I didn't, like, you see at the conference, even though I talked about personal branding, I didn't show them the secrets. Today I can show you the secrets. Say the secrets. Oh, say the secrets. Oh, you're not happy, so give me a high five. I'm going to show you the secrets, okay? And these secrets, I shared in my class called the LinkedIn Accelerator program. I think that's what you can see over here, the end. So these are things that people, and that's how people let's show them again. Those are how people were able to go. And then Esther was one of my people. She was the first ever student that I taught for free. At that time, I had 600 followers, and I was now testing out my strategies. So I decided to teach her for free to see if my strategies work on other people except me. Alright, now I'm going to show you a few strategies. I have 7 strategies for both, but I think I'll share 5 here. 7 is too much. Right. Now, one of them is going to be the one that is going to literally change your LinkedIn game. But all these things are not some out of the world concepts. They are very simple. That's the thing. They're very, very simple. Okay. They're very, very simple. So all I want you to do is that, remember what I said at the start, that everything that I say over here, if you don't apply it, is what? So, the people here say it to the other people here.
It's nonsense.
It's nonsense. I said that if you don't apply what I said over here, it's nonsense. Because, people think that knowledge is power, but the application of knowledge is really what brings the power. It's really what brings the change. So until you apply what I say, everything I say in this room, I'm wasting my breath, my time, my energy, it's going to be nonsense. So I want you to go from here, take your LinkedIn pages, build, optimize everything, start growing immediately. Don't wait. Okay? Right. So group leverage method. So this is very simple. So Victor, are you in any group? Edwin, can you show us your page? Let's see if you're in any group. Are you in any group?
I followed or something, I didn't tell you. There's this one.
This morning.
There's any shit. I didn't tell. How do I find my groups?
Can you click on? No, go to okay. No, yeah. So he's actually in group. So click the more, the plus. No. The plus is for the event. So go to CEO. Alright, so he's in groups, right? So you can join more groups, literally. So you can search any other group. Now, whatever type of group you want to join, there are real estate groups, there are public speaking groups, there are sales groups, there are photography groups, there are and can you give me one thing that you like doing? Anything? Event management. It's an event management. Let's search event management in this. Let's search event at the group section. Oh no.
Group section.
Yeah, at the group section. So let's go to home again. Or you can just press back. I'm sure it'll take you. Exactly. So search other trusted communities. You find it.
Folson, only your group. That's not the government, but that's the entire self-confidence stuff.
No.
There's no search bar.
So search here. So what's the search bar? Why isn't it showing that?
Or maybe it's supposed to be on the phone.
No. On the phone, look here.
How to search? Scroll down to give you something.
No. It should be up there.
I'm sure it's there.
Yeah, look at it. I'll show you right now. Now, look at it. I don't know if you can see. Now, when I hit groups, and I go to search or transfer party, the search is here. So I can type events management. Let me type event management as well. Events management. I don't even know why LinkedIn does that thing like that. Alright, so yeah, there's an event management group. There are several of them. The first one I see here has 421,000 members. Big. So you see, the group exposes you to different people in the world who share the same interest as you. Exactly. So you have a group where you have people who share the same ideas, the same interests, everything about you. They share the same thing. Now, what you can do for you to be able to grow your followers, now we're talking about growing your followers here, okay? Now, one thing you can be able to do is that, okay, what I did when I started on LinkedIn was that I joined a TEDx group. Now, who knows TEDx here?
TEDx.
Yeah. So it's a public speaking or something, people who speak. Hopefully, I hope to speak on the TEDx stage one day. So I joined a TEDx group, right? Now when I joined the TEDx group, what I did was that, because I know it's a TEDx group and I had about 700,000 members, what I did was that I mean it's a group, so when you post something, people are going to see it, right? So what I did was that I took a video from YouTube and then I posted a link in the group and I said, hello guys, I really loved this video, it really showed this, and I just wrote a little something which was short. You can watch this. I hope you love it. And I posted it with a link. And I posted it. By the time I realized, I got about 5 people reaching out to me. Oh, I love the video you sent from the group. Thank you so much. That was the first time I ever tried that strategy. Those 5 people followed me. So I kept on doing that once every week. People started seeing me. So now when people start seeing me, they started following me. That's how I do. It doesn't work so much like the other ones I'm about to show you, the massive ones, but it works. Another way you can do is that now when you open any of these groups, the network is less now. Now when you open any of these groups, you can actually check the members of the group, and then you get a chance to send them connection requests. Now let's show how to send connection requests. But I think there are beginners here too as well. So let's go to search, and then I'll explain connection requests. All of that. I don't want to spend so much time on this. Search for anybody. Search for Gloria. What was it?
Gloria, ADEI. Okay, space.
Maybe because you have not optimized the pages. Okay, let's do it then. Gloria, after this you have to. Is that you?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Oh, I shy. Okay, so open your profile.
1K followers.
By the next 30 days, walk on 1K. You'll be on 2K next 30 days. That's a promise.
I have to work on the.
Let's all clap for her. She did that great time. Okay, so now hit the more, alright? Hit the more. Alright, so now you can see the word connect. So connect is how you connect to somebody. So now when you send a connection request to somebody, you can get the opportunity to send them a message. Okay, doctor. So now when you send a connection request to the person, so you can send a person a message. So for me in my office, sometimes we send connection requests to our target audience. And then so that we can text them and sell our service. So that's how it works. So you can literally do that and sell anything that you want. So yeah, okay, I'll get to this later, but send it, just send. But we sent it, you can, if you look at it, you see it, accept it to us, then we get to see it. Alright, so that's this glorious page. I don't know if it's the network or
Yeah, it's the
she has
network.
hidden the profile.
That's a very nice picture.
So we'll change it and then
No, but I saw a car or something there in the car.
Oh, it's a very nice
I
picture.
changed it anyway.
Hey, you changed it. Hey.
Right now.
Yeah.
I'll better someone.
Okay. Okay, that's alright. So I think that's good. Good job, alright. So that's a connection request. So now you see we just sent one connection request. Now on LinkedIn, so that's you see LinkedIn is a social media app. Now LinkedIn has made it in a way that so LinkedIn has made it in a way that once we send this connection request, you have 100 connection requests every week. Did you know that? Who knew that? Yeah, you have 100 connection requests every week.
Really?
When you
So we have not
connect
accepted it.
with one person.
Yeah, so you have 100, you can only send, you see the button just hits to connect to you. So now that we sent one to you, we have 99.
Okay,
So every week,
there's a couple
yeah,
there.
let me Google this for you so that you know what
Wow.
I'm trying to say.
Wow.
Now
I love it.
Now we see.
Fantastic.
Hey.
Packaging me up on fleek.
Sun and look at the sun.
Okay, that's
I will need a card.
read this for me. Everybody listen. Read what you see here.
It's implied that each member could send up to 100 connection requests per week.